Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. The greatest challenge I've been facing on my art journey has been consistently showing up while also maintaining a full-time job and juggling the other responsibilities and difficulties of life. I've done a little bit of everything, from retail and grocery stores to office jobs, warehouse work, and most recently, being a mechanic. While in hindsight, I was never fully satisfied with the majority of these jobs, each one has contributed to my being here, now 300 strong, ready to chest kick future challenges into the abyss. My days start at 5:30 and most don't end till well past midnight. It's not uncommon for my thoughts to be racing, so I turn to art and creating to calm my mind. Well, back to reality, I suppose. Nothing like a few hours of laundry to start your day, but it was nice to immerse myself in one of the things I love most about life. Working on a series of pieces that are inspired by my recent adventure to Otherworld. Otherworld is a 32,000 square foot art installation in Columbus, Ohio, and if you've never been, never heard of it, never had the chance to go, I fully recommend it. It was super cool, unlike anything I've ever experienced, and I can't wait to go back to Otherworld again. This video is not sponsored at all by Otherworld, but I really did enjoy myself and fully recommend it. So that's our main tool right there. That is graphite putty. It is no longer putty. As you can hear, this is hard as a rock, so it's basically just the same as what you would find in the end of your pencil. When you add water to this, it makes some really interesting effects. Well, it got some softness to it, which lets me make some really cool patterns. So it's 12 o'clock. Ooh, I really like that. So I decided this is the orientation that I see something in, and I have my reference up in front of me, and I'm so excited to draw this. So I'm going to try to make it as beautiful as possible, and this is the beginning of the process, so let's get started. Yay! One of the things that I've been trying to do, just real quick before I dig in, One of the things that I've been trying to do is do a mixture of pencil work with brushwork. And one of the portraits that I did that I briefly showed, I'll put a clip of it here for your reference. I did that completely with just a brush, and I really like the way that it came out. I like the way that it rendered. So I want some of that, but I also really want some like organic pencil markings, and then I also want some organic putty markings, and I just want all of it, you know. So I am just trying to have it all. And yeah.
To those living and working aboard, it is simply called Starlab. Starlab. To those living and working aboard, it is simply called Starlab.
The main inspiration for the pieces in this series came from the big open sea underwater themed room that they had at Otherworld. I really loved all the colors, the sounds, and just the way they put that room together was so beautiful. And it really inspired me to create this piece and the ones that you will see in just a moment. So you can kind of see I was switching back and forth between using pencil and brush. I still don't think I've got the balance the way I want it. I still think I could do with a bit more brushwork in my pieces, but I'm liking how it's progressing, and I'm learning every time I make a piece. Hello, and welcome to the turning point in our journey. I said in the beginning that I wanted to make some abstract pieces that were inspired by my trip to Otherworld, and I very much enjoy the two pieces that I have created, and they are somewhat inspired by my trip. But I feel like one of the things that really stands out and is really memorable is the color. And I didn't really explore color too much in these last two pieces. So I want to do one more attempt where I really push color as being something more integral to the piece. I would like to introduce color in the same way that I introduced graphite to the page. So I have an idea as to how I'm going to do that. Let's go to Michael's and get some supplies, and then I will show you what I have in mind. Well, I'm not the only person at Michael's right when they open, so I don't feel bad. It's raining though, so I'm gonna grab my umbrella and we're gonna go inside and grab the one thing that I came here for, and hopefully nothing else. Welcome back. This one. So they were loosely inspired by my trip, but like I said, the thing that stood out the most from my experience at Otherworld was all the color. So I am going to explore using color in a way that is similar to the way that I've been using the graphite putty. So in order to achieve this, I have gone to Michael's. The first and main thing that I went to get was air dry clay. But ultimately, I decided to go with this stuff. So the reason why I went with this is because it says that you can reuse this. And then I spent a little bit of time wandering around, and of course I found something else to buy, but I'm going to take some of this clay and some gouache and mix it until I have a messy blob of colorful clay that I will then use in the same way that I use the graphite putty. And I actually think I'm going to take a chunk of this and marble some colors together. That was a lot, but we're hoping it ends up being magical. And with this moosh. Alright, let's try it out. Those are interesting. I literally have paint everywhere. Interesting. It is gouache after all. And I think I'm going to add some white. Oh, that's a lot. Take it and the best use of materials. But it definitely makes some interesting marks. So, water. Oh, okay. But I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick because they are nice and coated with gouache. The idea that something is developing to the center here, I kind of left that open. And then something maybe going this way, I'm not sure. So we're just gonna start by wetting this a little bit. So you're gonna like come out of feeling like before. So I got a lot on my hands. Just gonna take a little bit of water. You know, I think it's nice, and I'm going to spend some time with it and think about it and see what happens.